everyone. Dave Barnum here for another installment in my 53 Bridges series. I've entitled tonight's talk, You Have to Have a Dream in Order to Fulfill a Dream. So we're going to go back to the year 1984, and I'm going to share the beginning of this story at the last, and I'm going to share the last of the story at the beginning here. So, being a good college student, great academic person, and wonderful minister that I of course was asleep in my college chapel service that day, until all of a sudden at the end of the music, this gorgeous blonde walked across the stage, and I was immediately smitten. Now, I didn't go to college to find a woman. In fact, I went with the purpose to stay focused on my studies, on learning about the practicality of ministry and studying theology, and that was it for me. So I didn't tell anybody that I had an interest in this gal. Until one day, one of my pals, who actually would end up becoming the best man in our wedding, he saw me jogging one day. Now, he knows I'm an athlete, but Barnum, you never jog. He said, "You don't have a thing for Jamie Deviney, do you?" I said, "What are you talking about?" And denied it, and went on with my day. Until another occasion when a friend of mine came and asked to borrow my car. He said, "Barnum, can I borrow your car? I'm going out on a date." I said, "Sure. Who are you going out on the date with?" And he said, "I want to take out Jamie Deviney." Well, I was just gutted, but I never let him know. I threw the keys at him. He went off on the date. He came back. He put the keys in my mailbox, and then I didn't see him for another week because he went off to do an internship in Quebec. When he finally got back from Quebec, I said, "Hey, pal, how did that date go that night when you borrowed my car with Jamie Deviney?" He goes, "Why do you want to know about the date? Why don't you ask me about my internship? I haven't seen you for a week." And I was like, "Okay, tell me how your internship went." And he says, "Don't worry about it. I already know about you and Jamie anyway." And I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Well, when Jamie went to get into the car, she said, 'Whose car is this?' And I said, 'It belongs to Dave Barnum.' And Jamie went, 'Oh, well, that's the guy that Mrs. Mallory, back in my hometown of Ajax, Ontario, told me when I go to college, he's a second-year student, make sure you check out this guy, Dave Barnum.'" Well, my jaw dropped. I probably turned as white as a ghost, and my mind went flying back to 3 months earlier, when in the city of Barrie, I was doing an internship, and this woman, Mrs. Mallory, along with her husband, were communicating with me in a context of public meetings in the city of Barrie. But during one time when I was studying in my office during that summer, she said, "Dave, when you go back to college, check out this new freshman girl from Ajax. Her name's Jamie Deviney." Well, here's the rest of the story here, folks. For years, I had carried around in a contemplative book a dream and a vision and stipulations that I had and that I was holding to, that I wanted to find in a potential meritable person. Well, when the name Jamie Deviney came out to me, I had conjured up something in my mind immediately that wasn't what I had pictured in my head all along that I wanted, which was a blonde, blue-eyed knockout who had to have two specific areas that they had to follow, and that was this. They had to be a lover of the Almighty, and they had to be almighty lovely. Well, she was all of that, and then the race and the hunt was on, and all these years later, I've been married to that girl for over 30 years. She's the love of my life. And I just want to say this, especially to the young people. Kids, you have to have a dream in order to fulfill a dream. And I had a dream. I had a dream of what I wanted in the right girl. I was picky, I was selective, and I was specific. And I held on to that for all those years since I was a teenager, right through until that second year of college when I finally met her. But you know what else allowed me to fulfill that dream and to bridge the gap from where I was as a single man to find that gal? I loved my family. I loved the people that were around me. I may not have always treated them the best, but I knew enough to, you have to honor the people that are around you. You have to love those people around you, and that prepares you to meet the lovely person for each one of us. And so young people, take care of the interior management of your life. Take care of the interior relationships that you have around you, and have a dream. Have a dream, because that dream will get you from where you are to where you want to go, and then have the discipline to follow through on your convictions. And I've always said this, and I've always felt this. Turkeys get turkeys, and eagles get eagles. Now, everybody that knows me, they know I definitely married up. But you know what? I was a man that had a heart that was selective and choosy. So, dream great dreams, kids. Hold on to those dreams and go for it with everything within you. Listen, this is Dave Barnum for 53 Bridges. Until the next time I see you, or the next time we speak, remember everybody, keep your hearts and souls sweet. And a Merry Christmas to all of our friends and family from San Francisco up to Vancouver, back over to Ontario, and throughout New York, and friends in Michigan, and all over the place, New Hampshire, wherever you are. And to our dear friend in England, Merry Christmas. Bye-bye, everyone.